Welcome to this post-game press conference of the 2024 NCAA Division III softball tournament. Final day of the Salisbury Regional. Salisbury emerging victorious, defeating Randolph-Macon 4-3 to win the regional title. We're joined by representatives of the Sea Gulls, head coach Lacey Lord. On the left is outfielder Abby Mace, and on the right is first baseman and most outstanding player of the regional, Lauren Meyers. So, Coach, just a general summary on the game that was and the regional that was.
What a game. It was a great game. If you're a softball enthusiast, you just got your money's worth. So, really great game. I thought we executed a really good game plan against their number one. Played great defense, had timely hitting, and just really proud of the girls. We came into this knowing that we got handed a pretty tough regional, and I thought that we did a really good job, preparing for all the teams that we needed to prepare for this weekend.
Lauren, we'll start with you here. Essentially clinched the most outstanding player award with that two-run double in the fourth inning. What were you looking for from their star pitcher? What did you end up getting?
Well, I know two batters ago, Natalie had just turned on a pitch, and Carrie said she yelled turn as the pitch was coming in. I was crowding the plate, and before my at-bat, I said to Megan, I'm like, you see that catcher set up inside? Yell turn. And I was listening, and it was high and in. Turned on it was the pitch. My plan was essentially look out, adjust in, and that's what I did. So I heard turn and turned on it. Actually put a good swing on a pitch I was not essentially looking for, but adjusted well.
And Abby, you sort of started that trend in the previous inning with the wall-banging RBI double. It's a kind of pitcher who she pitched all three games. We have a lot of pitchers like that on our roster. What's it like to face somebody who, puts up the really big numbers, but that, it's day three, so she's got to be tired?
Yeah, I think we knew we were going to face her, and we knew that she was a really good pitcher, and so our approach was to just kind of shorten up and attack a good pitch. And I think in those moments, there's pressure both ways. There's two outs, so there's pressure in the circle and pressure in the box. And so I think for me, just knowing that pressure is a privilege, and my job was to pick up my teammates back who had just gotten out. So I just wanted to hit the ball hard and score that run to tie the game up.
All right, we'll open up for general questions.
All right. Coach, going into a super regional, you'll be facing Tufts next week. Any sort of change to your preparations against Tufts? Again, a very difficult Tufts team, especially this season, taking down Rochester in convincing fashion today.
Yeah, honestly, I just before we walked in here found out it was Tufts. Had a chance really to look at any of their stuff, but I don't think that we changed too much. I think that we have to focus on us and do what we do best and continue to prepare. Obviously there'll be small parts of the game we'll need to prepare for, but at the end of the day, I think that if we do the job that we're capable of doing, I think we're going to be tough to beat.
And my question kind of for all three of you, obviously coming off of last season's heartbreaker in the national finals, and Coach, with your 4 seasons of being here, you've made the tournament all 4 years. What do you think that the team as a whole can kind of do differently to maybe kind of alter that final result?
Well, we got to get through next weekend first.
Yeah.
And so we really can't, I told them that going into this weekend, as excited and as much as we want to get back to Texas, we can't look at that as too far in advance, right? Because we have to take it one pitch at a time and prepare for who we're playing to get there. And so it's part of the process. But I think that, should we be blessed enough to get back there, I think that we have the experience and know what to expect. And I think that would be huge for us.
And I kind of have one more question, just on based on the trends of this tournament. Your middle to bottom half of your lineup has really stepped up, getting on base, getting RBIs, crucial runs in. How have you seen their improvement throughout the season, going from the beginning to this and really emerging as another force in an already dangerous lineup that opposing pitching staffs need to be aware of?
Well, I think that's a great point, and I think that when our middle to bottom can do what they need to do, and I think, we've been talking about just, shortening up, focusing, some of those things, trying to cut down on some things. I think when they do that, our lineup 1 to 9 is really scary. You know, I think obviously we rely on Abby a lot to do some big things, but no, it takes pressure off Abby when she knows that the rest of her lineup has her back and that she doesn't always have to be the one. Lauren stepped up this weekend, had a fantastic weekend, had been really looking good even through, you know, the tournament down at CNU, and so has just really, you know, become very focused in what it is that she wants to do. So I think it's huge, you know, they all have a job to do, and we are all that, we always say, like, it's not just about one person, right? It's about what your job is in the moment at that time, whether you're the leadoff or the nine hitter.
I'll build on that. You shook up the lineup a little bit. All season, basically, it's been Reed in the 3-hole, Paoli in the cleanup slot here today. You moved Paoli up to 3. Jacoby was in the cleanup spot, and Reed was all the way down at 6. Can you speak to your thinking as far as doing that?
Yeah, just, you know, I thought yesterday Meg was a little bit off, which she really hasn't been all season, so I just wanted to take a little pressure off of her, move her down the lineup, see if she could get maybe some better pitches to swing at, and I think that, you know, Natalie and Carrie both did a great job yesterday and through the weekend, and so just wanted to shake it up a little bit.
And then going back to really the start of this regional, you've had Windsor in the 2-hole, which has allowed you to put Challenger in the 9. Kind of a two-part question, you know, how crucial is it having somebody who's a 400 hitter as a kind of second leadoff, and also with Windsor just getting back into the literal swing of things, just adds another layer to your lineup.
Yeah, I think that's huge, right? Like when you can have a 400 hitter in the 9-hole, it just strengthens the bottom. And so, you know, that's the great thing about our lineup, right? I can move 2 to 9, I can move 3 to 6. I mean, they're all great hitters. And so we're just kind of going with the hot hand and figuring out what's going to be the best mix at the time. But yeah, it really does, having Windsor back in the lineup really allows us to shake things up a little bit.
Okay. Well, if you just want to wrap it up, we got Supers coming up. What's the message to your team?
I think we just need to stay grounded and stay focused, one pitch at a time, one play at a time, and don't overlook anything.
Hopefully we'll host and we can defend the march. That's been our message kind of all year. It'll be our last few home games if we get the chance of hosting. So I think, you know, doing our job, preparing for our final home games will be really crucial.
All right, well, Marge defended for this weekend at least. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you next weekend in the Supers.
Go Gulls!
Go Gulls.